EA Sports.
Live from Air Canada Centre in Toronto, it's the Toronto Raptors and the Seattle Supersonics. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with Steve Kerr. All right, Steve, as we get started, what does Toronto have to do here tonight?
Well, they're going to have to figure out a way to defend Kevin Durant, Marv, and that's easier said than done. He's got great size and length, those long arms, and yet three-point range on his jump shot, and also the ability to put the ball on the floor. Just a talented young player with loads of potential.
All right, we're getting started. Ridnour running the club. Here's Durant. Jumper off the mark. Four to the rim.
It's a beautiful shot there.
Ridnour looks to the bench. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant could not finish. The Sonics will get it back. West on a catch and shoot, and Delonte West not able to hit.
Well, that's his spot. Beautiful execution offensively. That's exactly what you want to do. Get players shots where they're comfortable.
Parker to the line. He's 78% at the line.
Full-court press here, Marv, and whether you can force a turnover or not, the key is make the offensive team use some clock.
Ridnour, nice move. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour not able to hit.
Marv, as the game goes along, if they continue to hit the offensive glass, they'll make some of those second-chance opportunities.
Able to break it down.
They've got to tighten up their defense there, Marv. Poor rotation.
who has lots of space.
Good ball movement, good spacing, excellent offense. And Marv, that's a shot he's going to hit more times than not.
Bosh again, and Chris Bosh right back.
Boy, very difficult shot there, Marv. Somehow managed to get it in.
Ridnour directing traffic. Here's Durant, and the field goal.
I don't know if you could do anything differently defensively, Marv. They got a hand up, they contested the shot, but boy, does he love that area of the floor.
4 at the point. Nice entry pass. Nesterovic with a layup opportunity, and Bob Hill taking the early timeout. Seattle now has 5 timeouts left. Ridnour draws the double, and a foul is called.
Well, you like the defensive effort, sliding over, trying to take that charge, but he just couldn't get position.
Wilcox on the hop, and Delonte West off the mark.
That's a shot he's very comfortable with, Mark, and it's important early in the game to establish your jump shot, your routine, your rhythm, and you do that by shooting in your own spots.
It's a 3-on-2. Here's West, and Delonte West blows the layup.
Well, they got exactly what they wanted, Marv. A nice high percentage shot, but they could not convert. Well, they're trying to give the offense a different look, Marv, going from zone back to the man-to-man.
That's a 4-shot. Garbajosa had a hand up, and that changed the shot.
This club really playing with a purpose now, Marv, getting good shots. Even when they're contested, they're getting guys the ball where they really love it.
What a pass. Nice pass inside. 7 on the 24. Parker has to hurry. Here's Bosh.
That's highlight reel material, Mark. The slam with the foul, drawing the contact. Amazing display of athleticism.
And he makes it. Again, and Kevin Durant comes up short.
Beautiful execution there, Mark. You got to love the game plan. And this team is getting guys the ball in areas where they're comfortable, and even with that shot contested, it doesn't matter. That's automatic. Looks like they're going to switch to a zone, Mark. They've been in man-to-man most of the way, but this is what a lot of coaches do to try to disrupt the flow of the offense. Well, with a hand in his face, he somehow manages to make it anyway.
And TJ Ford misfires. And Chris Bosh not able to hit.
Well, that's nice work on the glass, but they've got to convert when they get the opportunity.
West finds the opening. Toronto moves it across.
They're going to switch over to the zone, give the offense a different look.
Chris Wilcox puts it down.
We love the hustle, Marv. The offensive board leads to the putback, and that's pure energy right there.
Bosh again, and Chris Bosh off the mark.
Well, they're going to sit back in his zone, Marv, and force some perimeter shots now.
That's an 8-0 look for the Supersonics.
Well, they're making a nice push here, Marv, and this is what you have to do as the visiting club. Come in, try to take the home crowd right out of it.
Ridnour walks it across.
Well, they're going from man to zone, Marv, trying to change up the defense.
Nice entry pass. Ford able to extend.
They're going to switch from a zone to a man-to-man here, Mark.
And Luke Ridnour comes up short. Chris Wilcox puts it down.
This team has to regain its composure, Marv. This deficit is growing steadily. They're in danger of letting this thing get out of hand.
And a foul is called. Here come the Sonics. Ridnour takes to the rim.
Here's Parker. The strength, the athleticism, Mark. Only the best players can finish a play like that after getting fouled hard.
And he completes the three-point play. Ridnour curling in. Here's Ridnour, and that is his first field goal. Wilcox trying to stay in front of him. Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch comes up short. West taking it to the rim.
Delonte West.
Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch able to knock it down. Ridnour setting it up. Delivery to West. And Delonte West not able to hit. And Sam Mitchell wants to talk. Toronto now has 5 timeouts left. Here's Capoto off the mark. Parker to the rim, and Anthony Parker not able to score. West gets space, and Delonte West takes all the way. He thought he was fouled.
Terrific effort there on the offensive glass, Mark. That's pure hustle.
Bargnani posting up. Here's Bargnani, and Andrea Bargnani could not finish. Delivery to Bosch, and gets the friendly roll. Getting room. The Supersonics control. Look out. Good play. Ford with the move. And TJ Ford got the roll. Collison popping out to set the screen and scores.
Kevin Durant.
The Sonics will get it back.
Out of bounds. Seattle ball.
Ford giving no room, and a foul is called.
He tries to slide over and take the charge, and I actually thought he had good position, but he gets ticketed with the foul.
Delivery to Ridnour. Ridnour penetrating. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour off the mark. Ford looking for that low post. Here's West. And Jason Capono called for the foul. That's his first.
Nice aggressive move there, and that's going to get him 2 free throws. That's practically automatic for him.
Green has checked in for the first time.
Number 22, Jeff Green.
Ford looking over to the bench. Here's Garbajosa, and Jorge Garbajosa comes up short.
Good look at the basket, Marv. That's going to go if he continues to get that shot tonight.
Ford trying to stay in front of him. Here's Green, and Jeff Green blows the layup. Chris Bosh. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Raptors up by 3. Ridnour working at the point. Here's West, and Delonte West not able to hit.
Anytime you're trying to establish yourself during the game, or a couple things you can do. Get to the free throw line, get a couple of free throws, or get to a spot where you're very comfortable. Your favorite spot on the floor, knock down a shot, really get your rhythm going.
And Chris Wilcox will put it home.
You got to finish off the play defensively, Marv. You force the miss, but you've got to secure the rebound.
And Chris Bosh off the mark.
Terrific help defense there, Marv, on the interior.
Here's Green, and the bucket. Bosh again, and Chris Bosh right back. Ridnour working up high. Here's West, and Delonte West comes up short.
Well, he had a good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go down.
They double up. Dixon has to pop it back out. He'll have to force, and Chris Bosh is able to score.
Marv, he hit a terrific shot there, but you see the defense contesting that attempt. If they continue to do that all night, they'll be fine defensively.
Dixon pushes it down. Here's Ford, and Chris Wilcox called for the foul. That's his first. Serbia has come on.
For Seattle, number 55, Wally Szczerbiak.
And he makes them both. Ridnour forcing, and Luke Ridnour not able to hit.
Great defense there, Marv, forcing a very difficult shot.
Good job by Ridnour. And that's a 3-second violation. Steve, what do you think? Good call. I know you're constantly checking out those 3-second violations.
I thought it was a little quick, Marv. Looked like he was only in there for maybe 2.9, and all of a sudden, the ref calls him, and we're going the other way. It's a rare call. You don't see that often.
Not able to hit the 3. 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Here's Nesterovic. He took it away. And they clear it out. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour off the mark. Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the Raptors lead by 5. Well, Steve, we just saw a well-played first quarter. What are the coaches talking about it at this moment?
Well, Marv, I thought both teams played it pretty straight defensively in that first quarter. I would look for some adjustments, especially at the defensive end. Maybe some double teams or possibly a little zone.
Ridnour on the run. Beautiful defensive move. And gets the friendly roll.
Chris Wilcox.
And he's rejected. Ridnour takes all the way. Yes.
Difficult shot.
Ridnour.
Wow, I can't believe he made that one.
Ford gets it down low, and Chris Bosh comes up short.
Oh, that's good, solid defense there, Marv. You got to contest every shot. I like what this club is doing.
Dixon pushes it up. Here's Dixon. It counts. And the foul. Dixon at the line. He's an 80% free throw shooter. So it's a conventional three-point play. Wilcox on the hop. And Luke Ridnour with the bucket. Dixon on the quick release. Nice box out by Wilcox.
Marv, they look like they have a nice flow to their offense, and those shots will fall as the night goes on.
Ridnour with a layup opportunity. Toronto gets it across. Capono finds the room, and Jeff Green called for the foul. That's his first.
Oh, I like what they're doing offensively here, Marv. Getting the ball into the hands of their best shooters, and now he'll get a chance at 2 free throws.
Swift has checked in.
For the Sonics, number 31, Robert Swift.
And hits both. Ford giving no room. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour got the roll. Dixon fires.
Well, in a close game, Marv, you can't give up anything easy, and this team playing tough defense inside.
Luke Ridnour.
Nice pass inside. And Rasho Nesterovic not able to hit. Ridnour for 3. And Luke Ridnour not able to hit. Serbiak for the block shot.
Out of bounds. Raptors ball.
Delivery to Ford. Bosh with a quick release. And they work it back the other way. And Wally Serbiak not able to score. Ford looking to make his move. TJ Ford with a gorgeous move.
Defensively, they cannot give up such an easy hoop, Marv.
Swift finding room. And Robert Swift able to put it down.
Excellent dribble drive move there, Marv, and that'll tie the score.
Nice entry pass. And Rasho Nesterovic will put it home. Ridnour looks to set it up. Nice pass inside. And Jeff Green off the mark.
That's all you can ask of this team offensively. They get the open look, just doesn't drop for them.
3-on-2. Serbiak is turned back, and he puts it down.
Swift.
Ford looking for the opening. Nice entry pass, and Wally Serbiak comes up short. Ford on the hop. Here's Dixon, and Juan Dixon not able to hit, and a timeout is called. Seattle now has 4 timeouts left. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant not able to hit. Ford gets inside. Here's Ford, and gets the friendly roll. Ridnour fires from downtown. And Jorge Garbahusa able to put it down.
Well, nice job in transition there, Marv. This team trying to establish the tempo here in the first half.
Ford trying to stay in front of him. Accelerates. 5 on the 24.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, what a pass. Rejected. The Raptors will get it back.
Raptors ball.
Parker wide open.
Hey, great offensive execution, Marv. He just couldn't get the shot to go.
And Sam Mitchell takes a timeout. Toronto now has 4 timeouts left. Open shot, and Chris Bosh able to hit. Watson, nice move. Here's Serbiak. Yes.
Wally Serbiak for 3.
6 minutes to play in the second. Raptors up by 3. Serbiak looks to run. Here's Watson, and Earl Watson could not finish. The basket counts and the foul. Collison to the line. He's a 70% free throw shooter. And rebounded by Garbajosa. Calderon with a nice pass. Here's Parker, and Anthony Parker off the mark. Back come the Sonics again. Here's Serbiak.
Wally Serbiak.
Calderon able to break it down. And Jose Calderon blows the layup. Swatted away. Parker got it down low, and Chris Bosh not able to score.
That's nice defense there, Marv. They contested the shot, made that very difficult.
And a foul is called.
Couldn't quite get position for the charge, Marv. That's why he picks up the call, but you like the effort.
Durant got rushed and lost it. Here's Bosh, and the bucket. Watson looking to set up. Accelerates. Watson finds the opening. Shot clock to 6. And it's a 24-second violation.
Well, the defense was well positioned, Marv. They did not give up any open lanes towards the hoop, and they forced the violation.
Nice pass inside. Not able to hit.
That's about all you could hope for there, Marv. A nice attempt, easy shot, just couldn't convert.
Watson able to extend.
Well, that's solid defense there. That's all you want to do is challenge every single shot.
Parker gets space.
Well, you have to love the transition, Marv. They get the ball, get out, run the open lanes, and find the open man. Easy two there.
Barbosa giving no room. The Supersonics control, and Nick Collison could not finish.
That's demoralizing defensively, Marv. You play solid defense, then you give up the easy putback.
Delivery to Bosch, and Chris Bosch not able to hit. Watson setting things up. And rejected. The Sonics will get it back. Shot clock down to 7. And Nick Collison blows the layup. Calderon pushing it down. And Jose Calderon at the line. He's a 62% free throw shooter. Ridnour coming
Into the
on.
game for the Seattle Sonics, number 8, Luke Ridnour.
Misses them both. Ridnour with the move, and Luke Ridnour converts. Calderon on the hop, and Chris Bosch not able to hit.
Excellent job defensively, challenging the shot there, Marv.
Serbiak takes to the rim. That's a 13-4 run for the Supersonics.
Marv, they've sucked the life right out of this arena. They're on a big run now.
And puts it down. Ridnour at the point. Here's Serbiak. Rebound by Bosch. Calderon finds the room. Here's Serbiak. And Wally Serbiak able to hit.
Well, you have to love their intensity defensively, Marv. Coming up with the steal and converting it into the bucket at the other end.
Calderon gets it inside, and Chris Bosch comes up short.
What great defense, Marv, challenging the shot and forcing a very difficult attempt.
That's a 10-2 run for the Supersonics.
They've got to get a timeout here, Marv. They're totally disorganized. Plenty of time left in this game, but they've got to get themselves straightened out.
That was a three-point attempt. Bosch is right there. And Chris Bosch not able to hit. Russia Nesterovic. And that's a backcourt violation.
Seattle.
Parker with a nice pass. Handled by Ridnour.
What a great possession here defensively, challenging the shot.
Serbiak again. Here's Calderon. And Jose Calderon not able to score. Final minute of the quarter. Toronto down by 3. Ridnour now running the offense. Good job by Bosch. Accelerates. Durant taking it to the rim.
Kevin Durant.
Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch able to knock it down.
This is all coaches can ask for, Marv. Contest every shot.
Here's Serbia, and Wally Serbia off the mark. 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. The Raptors will get it back.
Raptors ball.
Nice pass, and a foul is called. Bosch on a quick release and rebounded by Wilcox.
Marv, if they expect to come away with a victory here tonight, they're going to have to get better shot attempts than that one.
Garbajosa trying to stay in front of him. 1 second remaining in the half. That's the end of quarter number 2. The Raptors trail by 3. The Raptors in a close ball game as we head to the second half, but they must be wary of the fact they've been a very poor third-quarter team.
Well, I'm sure that's what the talk focused on at halftime. This club needs to come out with some intensity in this third quarter and try to reestablish a low-post game.
And Kevin Durant comes up short. Toronto back to the offense. Ford looking to make his move.
Looks like full court pressure here, Mark. 94 feet. They're picking up everywhere.
West puts the speed on. Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch not able to hit.
Well, they were very fortunate there, Marv, giving up a wide-open shot. They're going to have to play better defense if they expect to win this game.
The tip is missed.
That's what you want, Marv. The energy, the ability to go get the ball off the glass to give you another chance, but they just can't get that shot to fall.
And Chris Bosch off the mark.
Offensively, that's what they wanted to do, Marv. They got a shot in the lane, but they've got to convert.
Parker giving no room. Here's Swift, and Robert Swift comes up short. Here's Bosch. Yes! Ridnour bringing it across. Here's Ridnour. Yes!
Luke Ridnour.
The Supersonics will get it back.
Well, basketball is a game of mistakes, Mark. You're gonna make errors throughout a game. You just have to minimize them as much as you can.
Good job by Garbajosa. Durant pulls it up, and Kevin Durant is able to score. Ford on the hop. The Raptors will get it back.
Out of bounds. Toronto ball.
Durant finding room.
Well, great job in transition, Marvin. Anytime you can get easy points in a close game, especially in the second half, that's key.
Ford handling the ball. Nice entry pass, and Chris Bosch not able to hit. Ridnour looking for the opening, and Luke Ridnour could not finish. Ridnour trying to stay in front of him, and a foul is called. getting position. That's a forced shot, and Chris Bosh off the mark.
Anytime you're involved in a close game, especially in the second half, Mark, it's important to make the defense work, really move the ball.
Ridnour sweeping in. The Supersonics clear it out. And Sam Mitchell takes a timeout. Toronto now has 3 timeouts left. Gets it down low, and Chris Bosh comes up short.
But when you have a lead, you want to continue to try to build upon it, and the way you do that, Marv, is solid defense.
Capono giving no room. Here's West, and Delonte West with the bucket.
Boy, it is tough to get open looks in a close game like this, but when you execute offensively like they did, you might find a few shots like that one.
Bargnani looking for the open man, and Jason Capono off the mark.
And Marvin, in a close game like this one, I mean, those mistakes eventually could be the difference in the game.
For Toronto, number 12, Nashon Nesterovic.
Ridnour with the shot, and Luke Ridnour not able to hit. And Delonte West blows the layup.
Marvin, the defense is fortunate there. They give up the offensive board, but it doesn't cost them.
Good job by Ridnour. Nice play. And Jason Capono able to hit.
I like what they're doing, Marv, sharing the basketball and finding a rhythm to their game.
Ridnour playing the point. He'll have to force. The Sonics control. The Raptors will get it back.
Well, this is a tight game. This club is trying to develop some kind of offensive rhythm, and turnovers like that one are not going to help at all.
And the bucket. On the hop, here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour off the mark. Durant to the rim. Here's Bosh, and Chris Bosh comes up short.
Shot selection becomes so important here, Marv. In the second half, it's a tight game. You really have to make the defense work. Don't bail them out.
A timeout taken midway through this third quarter. Ridnour trying to stay in front of him. Here's Nesterovic. West gets inside, and Delonte West able to lay it home.
Marv, where's the defense? You've got to slide your feet, get in front of people defensively.
Here's Bosh, and Chris Bosh right back.
Marv, he got that shot to go, but I'm not so sure his coach really liked the attempt. In fact, I can hear him screaming at him right now.
The jumper is off the mark. Durant with a layup opportunity. Here's Parker. Good job by Ford. And Luke Ridnour not able to hit.
Tough shot there, Marv. I think this offense has to move the ball, try to get it inside, maybe attack the rim. Don't settle for so many outside jumpers.
Accelerates. Ridnour facing the double, and he scores, getting the friendly roll. Got a hand on it. Ridnour on the hop, and Delonte West not able to score. 4, nice move, and gets the friendly roll. Ridnour working the point. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant off the mark.
Boy, the defense very fortunate there, Marv. They gave up a wide open look, just didn't go down.
And Bob Hill takes a timeout. Seattle now has 3 timeouts left. Ridnour wide open for the 3.
Luke Ridnour for 3.
Here's Bosh, and Chris Bosh comes up short. West able to extend, and Delonte West could not finish. 4, able to break it down, and gets the friendly roll. Parker giving no room. Here's Ford, and TJ Ford able to flip it home. Ridnour again, and gets the friendly roller. Here's Ford, and TJ Ford blows the layup. Here come the Sonics. West takes to the rim. That's a 4 shot. The Raptors control. Rejected. Durant with a wide open shot.
Marv, NBA players are too good when they're left wide open. You've got to put some pressure on them and contest every shot.
Here come the Sonics. West to the rim, and Delonte West not able to hit. And it's rejected. And timeout called late in the 3rd quarter. Seattle now has 2 timeouts left. West accelerating. The Raptors will get it back.
Raptors ball.
Nice pass inside. And the field goal. Chris Wilcox will put it home.
Wilcox.
Parker, who has lots of space.
Marv, it's going to take a much better defensive effort to win this game. They were very fortunate that that shot missed.
Ridnour on the hop and scores.
Great offensive execution, Marv, by a team that's really sharing the basketball.
Ford got it down low, and Chris Bosh not able to hit.
I don't think this team can win this ball game, Marv, with possessions like that one. They've got to shore themselves up offensively.
West with the rejection. A minute and a half remaining in the 3rd. Toronto down by 4. What a pass. And Kevin Durant off the mark.
Well, he really bailed the defense out there, Marv. You've got the lead. You want to make the defense have to work instead of bailing them out with a long-range shot.
Bosch on the rebound. Shot blocked. Barbosa gets it back. Nice entry pass. Bosch goes to the short-range jump. Here's Ridnour. Yes.
Luke Ridnour.
Marv, if they can get a quick score here and make a stop, they'll have another opportunity for a bucket at the end of the quarter.
Nice pass inside, and Chris Bosch comes up short.
Well, in a close game, it is so important defensively to get a hand in the shooter's face every time down the floor.
That's a 12-4 run for the Supersonics.
Marv, this is how you win games on the road. You make a nice push. You try to take the energy out of the crowd.
They clear it out. We're down to the final seconds. Ridnour wide open for three. The Sonics control. And here we have the end of the third quarter. The Raptors trail by 6. Steve, this is one of those games. Is it a question of teams missing shots, or has it been the defensive play as we head to the fourth quarter?
Well, probably a little of both, Marv. It's been a very physical affair, and points are at a premium. I think the key here in the fourth quarter, Marv, which team can execute offensively and just find some easy points here down the stretch.
Kevin Durant.
West with a layup opportunity.
Anytime you have the advantage on a break, it's important to get a good shot. That one, I don't know. Contested, Marv, I think it was a bad shot, personally.
And Chris Bosch not able to hit.
Marv, they have to get a better shot than that. It's very poor offensive execution.
Luke Ridnour.
4, setting it up. Nice entry pass. West hedging over. Shot clock is down to 5. Down to 3. Barbosa with room. The Raptors control. Bosch finds the opening.
Mark, this is the NBA. When a guy waltzes into the lane like that, you've got to crack him down hard.
And he makes it. Ridnour gets space, and Luke Ridnour converts.
Defensively, your main objective is to keep the ball away from the hoop. They've got to tighten that up, Marv.
Beautiful defensive move. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant off the mark. 4 with the move. Here's Parker, and Anthony Parker comes up short, and a foul is called. Oh, what a pass. Wilcox with the block. Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch not able to hit. Good job by 4. Parker trying to stay in front of him. Here's Ridnour, and gets the friendly roll. That's a 12-3 run for the Supersonics.
Marv, this is a critical juncture in this game. This club starting to lose its grip on the game itself, and I think they might want to get a timeout here.
Durant rebounds. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour got the roll.
That's solid offensive execution leading to the easy deuce.
And Bob Hill takes a timeout. Seattle now has one timeout left. Durant forcing, and Kevin Durant off the mark. And Nick Collison able to hit.
Come on, if they're going to climb their way back into this ballgame, they're going to have to start dominating the glass.
Bosch on a catch and shoot. Rebound by Collison. Ridnour able to extend.
Well, they're going to give up on that zone, Marv. It's back to man-to-man defense.
Bosch firing, and Chris Bosch comes up short.
I just love the effort that this club is showing here tonight, Marv, contesting shots and really playing solid defense.
Delonte West.
Bosch able to pull it back, handled by Collison.
Well, they look like they're mailing it in, Marv. I mean, they're just firing away without any regard to the score of the game.
Parker finds the room. He'll have to force. Nesterovic able to hustle it down.
Much better defense that time, Marv. They're going to get back into this ballgame if they continue to do that.
Ridnour trying to set up. Accelerates. Ridnour takes to the rim. Here's Ford and gets the friendly roll. Delivery to Collison. Ford giving no room. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant not able to hit.
That's a difficult shot there. Long range, challenged, and really enough time to get into the lane and create something for your teammates.
Parker with a nice pass. And the bucket. Durant gets it right back. Here's Ridnour. Off the mark and rebounded by Nesterovic. Ford moving it across. Here's Bosch and gets the friendly roll. They were down by 17. They are now within 7.
Well, Marv, they've really cut into this lead, and the big thing now is to continue that momentum, no let-ups.
Ford looking to make his move. Here's Bosch. Yes, they're within 5.
Well, these home fans love the drama, Marv. Their team looked out of it earlier, but they are back into this ballgame.
Collison on the hop. Good job by Ford. Ridnour posting his way, and Luke Ridnour off the mark. Bosch fires one up. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour not able to score. Parker pushing it. Here's Bosch, and Chris Bosch could not finish. And the tip is missed. Here's Bosch.
Well, that's demoralizing defensively, Marv. You force a miss, and then you give up the easy offensive rebound.
Durant to the pull-up, not able to hit the three. Ford walks to the front court. Here's Ford, and T.J. Ford lowers the arrow.
This is just coming down to will, Marv. Whoever gets the ball off the glass is going to win this game.
Ridnour for three, a wide-open shot.
Well, that's a huge defensive mistake there, Marv, especially in a game that's still very much up for grabs, leaving a shooter wide open in an area where he's very comfortable.
Steve, they have come from way back. They now have the lead.
Marv, this team has whipped the crowd into a frenzy. They're going crazy. This home team now in the lead.
Ridnour looking to get it down low, and Kevin Durant comes up short. Ridnour trying to stay in front of him. Here's the double. Garbajosa looking for the three. Nice pass. Ridnour to the rim, and Luke Ridnour got the roll.
Terrific job getting out into the open floor, finding the open man, and that's big there, an easy bucket in transition.
Ridnour looking for the open man. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant able to lay it home.
Great defense there, and that's the type of play, Marv, that really determines who wins a game like this.
Ford takes all the way. Here's Ford, and T.J. Ford not able to score.
That's a killer defensively, Marv, in a close game down the stretch, and you give up the easy second chance opportunity.
Ridnour setting up. Timeout is called. Toronto now has one timeout left. Delivery to Ford. Ford now running the team. Nice pass inside. Bosch with the shot. Rebound by Wilcox. Here come the Sonics. Ridnour finding room. And Luke Ridnour could not finish. Ford with a layup opportunity.
This team is really attacking offensively, Marv, getting out on the wings and running the floor.
And Delonte West not able to hit.
Marv, creating extra possessions oftentimes means the difference between winning and losing in the NBA. That's an enormous putback.
Bosch fires. Here's Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour with a beautiful touch inside. Ford gets it inside, and Chris Bosch not able to hit.
Well, you like the focus there, Marv, as this team tries to pull it out. No panic. They continue to execute. Nice rhythm shot there.
Durant on the quick release, and Kevin Durant with 26 points.
Well, the big thing down the stretch, you're trying to close out a game. You want to get good looks at the basket, and that was an excellent shot right there.
Delivery to West. West on the hop. Nice entry pass. Wilcox pulls it up, handled by Bosch.
Well, they have dominated the glass, Marv, and yet they're losing the game. I think that will change. Generally, when you control the glass, you can wear down an opponent and eventually take over the game.
Ridnour on the pull-up. The jumper's off the mark. Ridnour giving no room. That's a forced shot, and Chris Bosch off the mark. Fires, and Kevin Durant able to knock it down. For three, and able to knock it down.
Great possession.
Ridnour looking for the opening. Shot clock with 7 seconds remaining. Now to three. Durant with the shot, and Kevin Durant comes up short.
That's a big shot here down the stretch, Marvin. Great execution. They got him the ball right in his comfort zone.
And rebounded by Wilcox. And Jason Capono called for the intentional foul. Oh, that's a foul to stop the clock, and he'll go to the line. Swift at the line for the first time. And misses both shots. Bargnani on the rebound. All right, here's the clear out. Bosch gets inside with a clutch bucket. Time running out. He fires. They come up short. The Raptors will get it back. The score is tied at the end of regulation, and this game will be decided in overtime. They're ready to go. An open opportunity for three, and Chris Bosh not able to hit from downtown. Ridnour on the hop. Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant lays the layup. For three, off the mark. Durant able to reach for it. Good job by Ford. Wilcox, nice move. And Chris Wilcox not able to score.
Well, if they want to get the lead back in this game, Mark, they're going to have to secure the boards and find a way to keep this team from getting easy baskets.
Bosch has to force it. The shot clock running down. Here's Whitmore. 4 has to pop it back out. Here's West, and Delonte West could not finish. 4 looking for that low post, and Chris Bosch able to flip it home. Bargnani trying to stay in front of him. And Kevin Durant not able to hit. Bosch able to extend. Here's Bosch. And Chris Bosch got the roll.
Well, this team has not only given up their lead, but all of a sudden they find themselves behind. They've got to start competing defensively. That's what got them the lead in the first place.
Parker giving no room. Here's Durant. And the field goal.
Kevin Durant.
Working on the perimeter. And that's a 3-second violation.
Toronto.
West on the hop. Here's Wilcox, the tip missed, and Sam Mitchell takes a timeout. Toronto now has 2 timeouts left. Parker turned it over. Here come the Sonics. West looking to get it down low.
Mark, one of the basic tenets of basketball, if you see an open player ahead of you, throw him the ball.
And he puts it down. What a beautiful pass. Durant from downtown. A wide open shot.
2 minutes left in overtime.
Here's Bosch. Yes. Durant goes to the pull-up. He hit it. Ford gets it down low, and Chris Bosh with 72 points. Open opportunity, and Kevin Durant misfires. A minute and a half remaining in OT. Seattle down by 3. Durant forced it. Rebound by Garbahosa.
Total lack of offensive discipline, Marv, and that's a breakdown here late in a ballgame when you're trying to protect the lead.
Number 12, National Mysterio.
Now they go back to the other side. Here's Durant. Yes.
This is something a lot of teams love to do, Marv. The high screen and roll frees up the shooter for that wide open look.
And Anthony Parker blows the layup. Durant taking it to the rim.
Kevin Durant.
Final minute of overtime. The score is tied. Swift trying to stay in front of him. Wide open. And Jorge Garbajosa comes up short.
Clutch shot, Marv, ties the game, and what a great offensive possession. That's exactly what they were looking for.
Ford, who has been red hot. The Raptors will get it back. Accelerates. Nice pass inside. 20 seconds remaining, and this game is tied. Here's Durant, and scores.
Kevin Durant for 3.
Here's Bosh, and Chris Bosh not it. Final seconds, and he'll fire it up from beyond half court. And Sam Mitchell takes a timeout.
Mark, every coach in the NBA has a menu of what they call ATOs, after timeout plays. They're going to go to something they're very comfortable with, probably try to get the ball to their go-to man.
Garbajosa had his pass broken up.
Raptors ball.
They clear it out.
No basket.
We needed an extra period to decide the outcome. The Raptors could not come away with the win. The final score is 137 to 134. Chris Bosh is the high man with 72 points. Marv Albert with Steve Kerr saying so long from Air Canada Centre. For dominating tonight's contest, we bring you the Jordan Player of the Game. All right, Steve, as we... Nice entry pass. Durant setting up for the three.
Kevin Durant for three.
They clear it out to the post. Here's the double, kicks it out. This is for the win. They come up short. And we go to overtime. All right, we are underway. Stoudemire on the hop. Nice pass inside. And the bucket.
It's a nice touch there, Marv. I can't believe he made that shot with so much defensive pressure.
Off the mark. Stoudemire with a nice pass. Here's Gasol. Yes! Gasol is 13 for 23 from the field. Ridnour on the hop. Nice play. Durant again. And Kevin Durant with the bucket.
Very questionable shot selection, Marv, but he gets it to go down.
And a foul is called. Gasol with the open shot.
They've got to continue to rebound, Marv, because despite the fact that they're losing, they're really controlling the glass. You take a look at the numbers there, and eventually that really wears a team down.
Kevin Durant.
Miller takes to the rim. Here's Warren, and he puts it down.
Boy, you hate to give up second chance opportunities like that when you're trailing, Marv. Looks like they're going to switch from a man-to-man to a zone, Marv, trying to disrupt the offense.
And scores.
Kevin Durant.
Stoudemire looking for the open man. Delivery to Gasol. Delivery to Wilcox. Wilcox on the hop. Here's Ridnour. And the field goal. Ridnour is 8 for 12 from the field. Stoudemire looking for the open man. Here's Stoudemire. West able to hustle it down. Open opportunity. The Supersonics will get it back.
Sonics ball.
Nice entry pass. Here's Durant.
Kevin Durant.
And the pass intercepted.
Looks like they're going to switch into a zone, Marv. They've been playing man-to-man most of the way, but this is an opportunity to try to disrupt the offensive flow.
For three. Not able to knock it down. That's a 13-4 run for the Supersonics.
Marv, you have to love the fortitude of this team. They were down, but they've made this great comeback by continuing to play hard defensively on the boards. They're sharing the ball. They're really clicking on all cylinders now.
Stoudemire looking for the open man. Here's Miller. And Mike Miller could not finish.
That's excellent defense there, Marv. The help comes over and contests the shot and forces that miss.
Rejected. And Mark Ivaroni wants to talk.
Mark, the question is this a case of too little too late? This game is really slipping away right now.
Nice pass inside. Gasol with the shot. And Paul Gasol with 36 points. Delivery to Wilcox. Durant putting the speed on and was able to withstand the contact and still knock it down.
Well, this is a very interesting decision, and I think they've got to leave him on the floor. They need their best players out there if they're going to win this ballgame.
Stoudemire on the hop.
2 minutes to go in overtime.
He fires from downtown.
Well, he's awfully comfortable from that area, Marv, and that's the kind of execution they're going to need if they're going to come back and win this game.
Cardinal rebound. Here's Gasol. And Paul Gasol able to knock it down.
I like that shot there, Marv. There's plenty of time. There's no need to launch long three-pointers. Get a good shot, go down, make a stop. You're still right in this thing.
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
A minute and a half remaining in OT. Supersonics up by 8. Stoudemire fires one up. Yes. Stoudemire is 4 for 10 from the field.
Beautiful rhythm on that stroke, Marv. Now you've got to go back to the other end and make a stop.
Stoudemire able to break it down. Here's Gasol. And Paul Gasol off the mark.
Looks like they're in a zone now, Mark, trying to cover up that paint area.
Gasol with the move, fires with a clutch bucket.
This is exactly what you need late in a ball game, Mark. When you're losing, get something in the paint, something close, a high percentage look.
And Rudy Gay has fouled out.
Bob, the best way to get back in this game is by being aggressive defensively. And the fact that they're not in the penalty yet makes this actually a pretty good foul.
No choice here. They had to stop the clock, so they give the foul. West to the line.
What an advantage it is to have good foul shooters in the game late when you're trying to hold a team off. Now he's going to go to the line. He's got a chance to build this lead and really put this thing away.
And he makes them both. Stoudemire, nice move. Here's Stoudemire. Oh, he committed an intentional foul. They're just looking to stop the clock. He'll go to the line. Ridnour at the line for the first time. And Luke Ridnour with 24 points. Here's Cardinal, and Brian Cardinal comes up short. Oh, he fouled him intentionally, and that'll mean free throws. Durant at the line. It has been perfection. 8 of 8 at the free throw strike. Warwick coming
Into the
on.
game for the Grizzlies, number 21, Hakeem Warwick.
And Kevin Durant with a sizzling 67 points. 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 20 seconds remaining. Supersonics up by 10. West on the hop. Here's Durant. The jumper is off the mark. We're down to the final seconds and slams it down. Ridnour on the hop. Not able to hit the three. This one's over. The Supersonics have won it. The final score is 139 to 131. Kevin Durant, the leading scorer, with a sizzling 67 points. This is Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr from the FedEx Forum. Congratulations to tonight's Jordan Player of the Game. Steve, tough to get a feel for this one as we head to the fourth quarter. What are you looking for?
Well, close game, and neither team has been able to pull away from the other. I'm looking for bench play, Marv. Can either bench come in and really change this game and give its team an advantage?
Looks to the post. Down to 30 seconds to go in the fourth. Seattle down by 3. And Kevin Durant off the mark. Oden on the hop. And Earl Boykins called for the intentional foul. Well, they had to stop the clock, and they give the foul. Jones at the line. He's hit 10 of 12 at the line. Misses both shots. So the foul is committed to stop the clock. Oden at the line, first time tonight. With little time left in this one.
Well, either way, Mark, whether you go for a 2 or a 3 here, you're looking at a 2-possession game. So in my mind, you get the first available option. You know, normally the defensive team does not want to foul here and give up a 3-point play. So I would look to really attack the rim aggressively, then try to get your defense set up, maybe force a turnover.
Swift trying to stay in front of him.
Why is he even in the game at this point? I mean, everything's on the line. All of a sudden, you've got this terrible free throw shooter trying to put things away.
Swift ends up with it. This one is in the books. The Supersonics could not come away with the win. The final score is 100-95. Eddie Jones is the high man with 29 points. This is Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr saying thanks for tuning in from the Rose Garden. Well, as we head to the fourth quarter, both clubs hitting their shots. The pace has been up tempo. Should be a good finish.
Yeah, this has all the makings of a classic, Mark. Both clubs playing at a very high level, but I think in this situation in the fourth quarter, this is where you go to your bench. Try to bring in some energy guys who can maybe limit some of these transition hoops we've seen all night. Looks like they're in a zone now, Mark, trying to cover up that paint area. Nice rhythm shot there, Mark. Good possession offensively, and that's what you need when you're trying to close out a tight game.
Juracek looking for that low post, and Andrei Kirilenko comes up short. Here come the Sonics. To the rim, and gets the friendly roll.
Boykins.
And a foul is called.
Not a bad foul, Mark. They had one to give. They have the lead. Now they can prepare their defense and get ready for this next play.
That's a four-shot jumper off the mark. This one's finished. The Supersonics have won it. The final score is 103-100. So for Steve Kerr and our entire crew, I'm Marv Albert. So long from the Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. For tonight's outstanding performance, we're proud to present the Jordan Player of the Game. Welcome to NBA Live 08's Dynasty Mode. Now, you're about to take control of an NBA franchise and begin a 25-year dynasty. New to Dynasty Mode this year are Dynasty Scenarios, which give users the option to enter gameplay and play out specific end-of-game situations. Can you hit the game-winning shot or make a game-saving block? Well, we'll see if you have what it takes to build a championship team. We wish you good luck.